Hey now. Oh. Hey now. All right, let's get the word out. Okay. Hey, Gray and Brendan, what's up? Be very quiet. I'm hunting wabbits. Blah dinner, feeling blah in general. Nah, you gotta stick around. There's nothing better for feeling blah than some Dragon Quest. Dirg Journey. Why was your dinner blah? My dinner was pretty good. I made pork chops with Brussels sprouts and noodles. Not bad. It was good shit. Hi, Noodle. Good boy. Yes. Good. Lay down. Good boy. Tell me about this blah dinner, though. What made it blah? Oh, so it was good. It's just not. It's sitting kind of heavy. Fried catfish and shrimp, huh? I wonder if it. Sometimes when you go to these like places, was it busy, Gray? Because sometimes when you go to these places where they're frying a lot of fish, and they not so busy when you ordered. I mean, if they get like a lot of like the oil. Sometimes what happens is the oil's not hot enough, the frying oil, and that's a problem that could be due to the temperature on their fryer being off. But it also just could be if they overcrowd the fryer and there's just too much going in there. And what happens when the oil is not hot enough is that too much of it soaks into the food. And especially when you have something as absorbent as fish and the batter that surrounded it, I'm sure. It can absorb a lot of that oil and just kind of make you feel a little like heavy and greasy and queasy, you know what I mean? And you'll probably have a monster shit later on, but then you'll feel better. But yeah, catfish is really good. Fried catfish is amazing, but anytime you're frying anything, but especially something like fish, you got to make sure that oil is really fucking hot. Because if you don't, it leads to situations like that. I mean, it could be that, or it could be just you ate too much or something. But I had shrimp yesterday. We made shrimp sandwiches. The po' boy. Yeah. But yeah, sometimes like especially if you're eating it and it's kind of like a little greasy, you know, a little too moist, you know what I'm saying? That could have been what the issue was. I fucking love this song, by the way. So how you doing, Brandon? We're going to be calling about the... Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. I got something here. Hold on. Let me... Oh, hold on. I got something here. Hold on. I was just talking about the fridge. We're going to be calling about the fridge again tomorrow. It looks like I got another... Ah, shoot. All right, hold on. Give me 1 second. Let me make sure I sent them the right. Give me a second. I'm dealing with refrigerator shit now. Unbelievable. No, I sent them the right thing. I'll send it again. All right, give me a moment here, guys. I'm dealing with some... I'm about to have a update on the fridge for you guys, so give me a moment. What date was that? June 25th. Okay. Alright, I can't see the chat now. There we are! Oh, hey, EB! Ass and titty. Sorry, I wasn't looking at the chat for a while. And hello, Moogle! Okay, so I was just about to say that we were going to harass them tomorrow about the fridge again. So let me give you guys another update on the refrigerator situation. And yes, this is still going on. So, we had gotten 2 new numbers to call. One that are not customer service. One was executive services, and the other was the repair, not repair. What do you call it? The refund department. They call it something else, but it's the refund department. And Mom called a few days ago. I think it was 2 days ago. She called the executive department, and they looked into it. And buying all the salsa. I do have a little bit of salsa in the small fridge downstairs. The tiny little one we got downstairs. But anyway, guys. So, I would like to have more salsa, though. She called the executive department, and she got this guy who's like... And she's like, hey, what's the status of the refund, right? And she... Oh, let me check. oh, well, wait, there's nothing here. It doesn't say whether they rejected it. It doesn't say whether they approved it. There's no information at all. So what he did, because this guy is like, he's on our side, right? He transferred her to the refund department, but stayed on the line silently while documenting everything. Because apparently the departments don't trust each other. Sign of a well-run company, right? And he, like, every time they said something, he was texting mom things to say and this and that. And they basically gave the same old line as, we rejected the refund because there's a repair service scheduled. And mom's like, no, there isn't. And because there isn't. We don't have a repair schedule service. So she had to, I think this was on Thursday, actually. She had to resubmit everything, resubmit the whole thing. And I got an answer, like pretty much just now, from LGE through the Better Business Bureau, right? So let me give you like a brief summary of the Better Business Bureau thing. Is I had submitted a claim through the Better Business Bureau, and I got a response like pretty rapidly, right? And it was basically like, we need more information. Send us the cereal sticker, which is a thing on the inside of the fridge, which we took a picture of, and the proof of purchase, which I had on a PDF. And there was an email. It was like LG Legal BBB something like that.com, whatever it was. So I sent those things to that email address, and that was on the 25th of June. And I got like no reply for the longest time. And I'm like, okay. So eventually I went on the BBB portal and I rejected their initial reply. Because what you do is like, you send the complaint and then there's a response for them. And their response was asking for these two pieces of information, right? And then you can accept it as resolved or reject it as not resolved. And I rejected it as not resolved. And I said that I sent it in an email and I never got any reply. And we still don't have a fridge. So that was, like I said, that was a while ago. And to prove that I had sent it in my email to the Better Business Bureau, I had attached the serial sticker and the proof of purchase. Now, I kind of messed up a little bit on this because I gave them the wrong PDF. I gave them the correct photo of the serial sticker, but I gave them the wrong PDF. It was like a proof of purchase for like a faucet that mom bought. Because I said, you got to send me the PDF, because I had to teach her how to make a PDF. And she sent it to me so that I could do this. But she initially sent me for a faucet. It was like $100. And I'm like, that's not for a fridge. So then she sent me the right one. And when I attached it to the Better Business Bureau portal, I put the wrong one on there because they had very similar names. It was like Receipt and Receipt 2 or something like that. So anyway, I just now got a reply from them saying, our records indicate that you sent the cereal sticker, but the proof of purchase is not for a fridge. Please send the proof of purchase. And I'm like, oh, you motherfuckers. So what I did was I went to my email and I verified that the email that I sent to them on the 25th did have the correct proof of purchase. So I just rejected it again, stating that we still don't have a fridge, and that even though I had messed up by putting the wrong attachment on the Better Business Bureau's website, I had already sent the correct one directly to the email address that they gave me on the 25th. It's now it's the 18th of July. This started in May. So, yeah, I'm going to be doing the naked salsa dance once this is actually resolved, but that day ain't today. So, yeah. So that's great. So they're trying to say, oh, well, we see you didn't send the right thing, and I'm like, I did. You're just seeing the wrong thing on the website. The naked salsa dance, the dance of our people. I'm gonna be, I'm like a plate of chips in this hand, a bowl of salsa in this hand, and it'll be helicoptering. It's gonna be those restaurant-style tortilla chips, you know, the good shit. Might even have to get some blue chips for the occasion. Y'all ever have blue chips? Shit's good. Well, what? Nor should you burn that image out of your brain. You know that it is an amazing image. You're going to be thinking of that, like, at all the important events in your life going forward. You're going to be thinking, no, this still doesn't top that. You can win the lottery, and you're going to be like, this is pretty good, but Naked Salsa Dance, that was dope. No, I wouldn't waste salsa like that. Like I said, I'm going to be eating salsa while helicoptering. You know? Might even do the figure 8. You know, like Hendrik in Dragon Quest XI. Speaking of which, let's play Dragon Quest XI. Let's get this intro going. I see where we can sit. I see where we could eat or possibly shit. I see where we can look at a lemon. I see the carpet. I don't see a fucking bed. What kind of fucked up house is this? I ain't even lying. I could watch this all day. Yelling shit for that. You suck. Dude, your hat is awesome, but what is with the rest of that outfit? You look like Uncle Sam, like, fucked a tomato. What is wrong with you? Oh, yeah, baby. My pants are so tight. That's how you do it. Move, bitch. Get out the way. Get out the way, bitch. Get out the way. What the hell? Oh my god, the guy spawned underneath me and lifted my ass up. Lifted me like Jennifer Grey in fucking Dirty Dancing. Sweaty parts were forced on you. My drill is cursed. Eek! Wait a minute, I don't want this guy forcing nothing on me. Oh, I'm so naughty. Stick your sword in my ass, Soma Cruz. I'm a bad... Hey, Oh, the music stopped. I've determined that there's no wrong time for the intro to end during the Dragon Quest theme. Like, no matter where it comes in, it sounds epic. Yeah, Lenny's gonna be getting married one day. And you're gonna, like, pull the groom aside, or bride, whatever, you know, and just say, look, before I let you marry my daughter, I need to know. Can you do the naked salsa dance? I'm not asking to see it. I'm just making sure that you can. And then you'll know. You know? You'll know. Alright, yeah. So we beat the game. Yeah, okay, right. We beat the game. We beat the game. Right. Let's continue the game. Here's what happened so far. Our heroes survive a blistering battle to topple the Lord of Shadows at long, long last. Free from Mordegon's malign influence, the World Tree begins to return to life. And as its healing powers pour out over Erdrea, light and love bring the land alive once more. Their quest complete. There's nothing left for the companions to do now but return home. There's plenty left to do, but that's why the game continues. The Lord of Shadows is defeated and peace returns to the world. The last Metroid is in captivity. A few days later, 11B and his companions gather in Arborea to remember their friend Veronica. Imagine if you think this is just some post-credits scene and you don't realize there's a whole other third to the game. I love that she has two. She's going to double fist that. Pouring one out for the homies.
Look, Veronica. Everyone's here to see you. We've come to celebrate with you.
I beat you to it, Brandon.
The world's at peace at long last.
We've never experienced wind before.
In full bloom again. It's so beautiful.
It still hasn't sunk in, you know? We really did it. We really saved the world.
Whoop, 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 whoop.
Yes. Mordegon plunged Erdrea into darkness. So many lost their lives. But we survived. We have to make the most of that. We have to laugh and smile for those who can't. We may feel like crying, Goodness knows I do. But we mustn't. I can only imagine what Veronica would say.
Probably something sassy.
Pull yourselves together. You've saved the world, you idiots. What are you blubbering for?
Sounds like her.
Excuse my awful impression.
Yeah, it's literally called the Battle Princess outfit or something like Warrior Princess, something like that. Hey, it's this guy.
The festivities have already begun. It's party time. Come on, darling. Let's go let our hair down.
Your hair is down. So is mine, so think of it.
I'm gonna get you.
Look at Hendrick's swanky outfit, though.
Then what are we waiting for? Let's make this a party to remember. For Veronica.
Savior of all Erdrea, awarded for defeating the Lord of Shadows and restoring the World Tree to its rightful place in the sky. Yeah, they had a big hug at the end of the, during the credits there. At the end of Act 2. Hey, there's something I've been meaning to ask. When we finished off Mordegon, you swiped his sword, right? The Sword of Shadows? It may look kind of creepy, but underneath all those razor-sharp teeth and bulging eyeballs, it's still the Sword of Light. Have you tried using it again? It might have been right before that. I remember that they did have a moment. I must protest. Ladies, please. I am merely a soldier of Heliodor. I hardly think I deserve such praise. 11B. These ladies will not let me alone. Do something to rid me of them, I beg you. Nah, you're on your own, bro. Where's everybody else? Is this the part where we take the whale to the moon? Now, that might be Final Fantasy IV. Ever since I lost you that night all those years ago, I've been driven by one purpose, and one purpose only, to destroy the darkness that took you from me. And at last, it's done. I'll have to think of another reason to get up in the morning now. Actually, I did want to help Heliodor back on its feet. Oh, and I wanted to try all the different cakes in Gondolia, too. Alright, maybe there were one or two other things to live for. Cakes and Heliodor, I like it. Oh, would you look at all these smiling faces? It's really true, eh? We really did save the world. I cannot remember the last time I felt so chirpy. We've been running from the Lord of Shadows for so long, I'd forgotten what peace and quiet felt like. There's still a few things left to do before things can go back to how they once were, but my dream of a life of leisure and laziness isn't far off now. Hehe. Wait, there's legit a treasure chest over there that I never got. Look at that. I just saw that out of the corner of my eye. An urn of saint's ashes. Okay. I mean, it stands to reason I should check the other side. But nothing was there. Let me see something real quick. I actually don't have a quest marker right now. I'm trying to remember how you make this go on. It is the Luminary himself, our storied savior. But what is our guest of honor doing so far from the festivities? Return to the plaza, I prithee. Though if you truly are tired of our hospitality, you will have to leave by the main gate. I might have to just leave. Wait, I should go in, not there. I think this is Serena's house? I think it is, but nobody's home. No. Alright, never mind. Let me just try and leave, see what happens. Oh wait, that ain't the way out. That ain't it, bud. That ain't it. Doggo! Was there a tackle? No.
Hey,
Here we go.
where do you think you're going?
Sneaking off without us, honey. If you've got someplace to be,
Says...
we can all
Wait,
go
what?
together,
Says it isn't
no?
in the corner? What? Yes.
Of course we can. Now the world is at peace, the fun can really begin.
If you're looking for new adventures, I know where we can start. You saw that weird light shining south of
Here we go.
too, right?
Oh, okay. I didn't notice that. But yeah, it was. It's just they weren't in there. Alright, who do I got in my party right now? Yeah, that'll do. Alright. Well, actually, what? Octagonia. Alright. Alright. I do need to see where the next toggles are. I think we can't do it until we've done the Tower of Lost Time, though, but let me just look real quick. You saw something glow in their house? Alright, hold on a sec. Now you're gonna make me go back there. But let me look at this. Oh, it's all scrolled up. Did all that, did all that. No. Oh no. Where was the last one I got? Sniffelheim. Haven's above, okay. Mount Fuji, we did that one. Svarsdrus Railway Station. That led to Quester's Rest, we did that. Baramos Castle, we did that. Okay, so the next one is you need the ultimate key, so yeah. You're gonna need the ultimate key for like most of the rest of them. Alright, cool. You said you saw something glow in Serena and Veronica's house? Yo, I'm gonna have to go back there now. Back to, not Angry-La, what do you call it? Arborea. I'll check it out. In the upstairs or the downstairs? Moogle. In the upstairs? Alright. Upstairs on the railing? Hey, cool dude, what's up? I think you saw the flowers. Oh, wait, no! He wasn't there a second ago! Oh, no, that's just a regular Tockle. That's not the type that talks to you. See, because when you get near him, he disappears. He wasn't there a second ago! The ones that fade in and out, you can't interact with. They were even in the original game. It's the new ones that are like different colors. Because you notice like all the regular Tockles are all that same exact blue color. But then there's ones of all different colors. Those are the ones you look for. Alright, so let's back to Octagonia. Yeet! I'm gonna move the game over slightly, one sec. Yeah, it works, okay. Alright, so you can see there the mysterious runes. I did go there once and I showed you guys where they were and I said, hey, yeah, this is all really important shit. But I didn't do anything there because I couldn't. Oh, look, there's something here. Silver ore. Whoa. Alright, I guess we're fighting. I didn't realize you guys would actually want to fight me, but alright. Bologna. A babonga Bologna. Yeah! I actually should probably, well, I'll do it before I go into the Tower of Lost Time, I think. We're gonna have to respec 11B for Great Swords. Because I'm gonna be using that Sword of Shadows for a bit, and that is a two-handed sword similar to what Hendrik uses. Yo, alright, yo, can you just fuck off? I'm trying to get out of here. There we go. Barney sure let himself go. All that love, right? He filled up on love. I love you. Ooh, let's do it. You hated that show as a kid? I think a lot of people did. Yeet! Bop bop. Really? All you've done is make him angrier and more fabulous.
Thank goodness.
Alright, 11B's level 60. Let's see. Actually, don't do anything because I'm going to respec him soon anyway. Strong medicine. I never met anybody that was like, yeah, I remember Barney, that was my shit. Here it is. No Sabercat's gonna join us on this quest. So I did come here once before just to show it, but yeah.
Well now, this place looks a mite familiar. Aye, it's these funny wee buildings. I've seen them before.
The haven's above.
Yes, there's no mistaking it. It looks just like the floating island where we met the Watcher, doesn't it? Let's go and take a closer look. Who knows? We might find something interesting.
We're gonna find something very interesting. Let's take a closer look at this stuff. Who knows what we might find? I was just having a wee nose around when I found a dusty old tome that caught my attention. Remember what we saw back in the Temple of Dawn? When you channeled the power of the seedlings and we also saw those scenes from Erdwin's life. Well, it looks to me like this book is about those same events. But what would something like that be doing lying around in an old ruin like this? Where else would it be? Is this meant to be art? It just looks like some weird old guy with a funny face to me. Isn't it just amazing, honey? The way it defies artistic convention to make such a bold statement. Oh, hey, Jay, good. Steam Deck seems pretty cool. I mean, I don't know that I would necessarily get one myself because it is expensive. But it's a cool idea. Hopefully it takes off. All the stuff around here is so unique. Whoever made it was a genius. Such an eye for shape and form. Well, Eric didn't think much of it. Her Highness is correct. This looks like the place where we met the Watcher. But I have never heard of runes like this in this in these areas. Sorry. My fucking acid reflux is killing me right now. What up, Jay Good?
This painting, it's fascinating. It really draws you in, doesn't it?
You could see Erdwin's lantern. I'm going to explain a bit of the painting when I can get close to it.
It reminds me of something. Ah, of course. I've been reading a book they say was written by the Watchers of late. Let me see if I can find the right part.
You could tell it's a Japanese game by the way he holds the book.
Spirits of lost time. Beings born from the land. Beings who control time.
Rub your naked ass against the painting.
Spirits
This isn't Oklahoma.
Could they be these figures in the painting?
According to the book, they guard a sacred light that controls the flow of time. And when that light burns bright enough, even those who are lost to eternity can be restored.
Restored how, exactly?
We're Riddle at. I said Oklahoma. Any kind of weird debauchery, I just say, it's Oklahoma.
Then maybe...
Or maybe Florida. Oklahoma's funnier, though, because everybody makes fun of Florida.
We lost someone to eternity. beauty, didn't we? Someone we'd love to see again.
Things that make you go,
Veronica.
Do you really think we could bring her back?
Not as such.
What else does it say about this light?
We could go to a different timeline where she would never died.
Light lives in Tower's heart. Sacred Tower.
Tower of Lost Time.
Watchers guard Wheel of Time. Key to Tower. Key to Time.
I think the only issue... Oh, never mind.
Spirits. Sets wheels in motion.
Yes.
If we had the Wheel of Time, we might...
Wheel of Time. That was books.
Be able to...
What have we got to lose? If there's even a chance, we have to try, right?
Indeed. She made the Dickles noise.
No matter how unlikely it is, if it might be our chance to see her again, we simply have to try.
Shuddy.
The Watchers are all gone.
So the only thing about the Stream Deck thing, or Steam Deck rather, is that eventually you're going to have to upgrade it.
And I'd say that hole in the wall up there was pretty...
Because it's made to play PC games, you know.
I reckon we could do worse than start our search right here, you know.
I mean, the pro to that con is that it comes with a library of games, all the Steam games you already have.
There's a way through up there. Let's go poke around some more, shall we?
Tickles the bee. I mean, so yeah, you got Yggdrasil. You could see some of the orbs. You could see Cetacea right there. There's Erdwin's lantern. And those little guys are clearly the Tockles, which are also the Keepers of Lost Time. The souls of those who have been lost to eternity. Those little dudes there on the bottom are the Watchers. And you can see the Yggdrasil sproutlings here too. Obviously there's a missing piece, but yeah. It'd be interesting to find out, right? Okay. This looks important. I would have loved to have gotten a Steam machine. I did sign up for it. I have the controller, but I don't care for it all that much. It's not a good controller.
The Wheel of Time. Honey, you are just too good at this.
So, if I understood that book correctly, the wheel will bring the spirits of lost time to the tower they mentioned.
What didn't he like about the Steam machine?
Tower be found?
It's just like a consoleized
Candidates spring to mind.
thing that plays Steam, right? I mean, that's what it is, but it's meant to be playing on a, you know, a TV like a console. There he goes, little dude going. Oh, there's flowers there is. And remember, only 11 sees them.
What's the matter, darling?
You got an idea where the place we're looking for might be? I thought of something. There's an old tower north of Yggdrasil I always wondered about. Unless anyone's got any better ideas, what say we climb aboard our friendly whale and see what we can see up there?
11B, don't you think you should take a look at the old tower north of Yggdrasil that Eric told us about? We could use the Calamus flute to call to Cetacea and then fly right to it. I don't know why you felt the need to reiterate any of that, Serena. That was literally like 20 seconds ago. We got an ethereal stone there. Alright, so let's zoom on over to Havens Above, because that's the easiest place to get on the whale from. Oh, it's pretty huge? Oh, okay. They're definitely getting bigger. Yeah. Definitely getting bigger, that's for sure. Yeah, maybe they're like, oh, he sees something. This must be the luminary thing. He's just thinking of genius stuff. Must be having those deep luminary thoughts. I mean, my PC is bigger than It's like 5 times the size of the PC I had before it, so... Alright. There's Yggdrasil. Alright. There it is, the Tower of Lost Time. The Lost Land. I did bring you guys here once just to show you how creepy this place is. Where it's completely devoid of music and there's hundreds, if not thousands, of toggles. You know what's funny is, like, the original Xbox, people made fun of it for being so big back in the day. If that thing came out now, people would be like, yep, there it is. That's an Xbox, alright. Okay. Oh, look, there's a few toggles there. Oh, look, there's a few more. Oh, look, they're all crawling up the tower. Look at them. Look at how many fucking toggles are here. Hold on. Slicey, slicey. Colorful cocoon. Colorful cocoon. Glimmergrass. Like, that is just so many just watching you. Judging you. The PS5 is about the same size, but it's upright. When you see pictures of it, it's kind of deceptive. It's a lot bigger than what it looks like in a picture. Kyle could probably show you a picture of his with like something else to scale. The door is tightly shut. It doesn't appear to have a keyhole, but there's a curiously shaped indentation in its center. Try inserting the Wheel of Time into the indentation. Actually, no, I just remembered there was something else I wanted to do. I gotta go to a campsite and... Alright. Ooh, what kind of cheese you got? I'm all about cheese. Level up! Vermont sharp white cheddar. That does sound good. Whoosh bang wallop. A strong strike in a single square that also takes the temperature down by 150 degrees. Doesn't seem like I'd want to use that too often, but alright. Alright, so what we're going to do here is... rectification. Damn near killed him. And we're going to take everything out of swords. Alright. We're going to leave the stuff we have in Sword Mastery, though. Okay. And now we're going to... go into Character Builder. And we're going to work on Great Swords. Let's see. Great Sword Guard. He's not going to be on Great Swords for very long, but I mainly want the stats. Like attack power while welding. Critical hit chance. We'll get that. Helicopter or Cutting Edge. We'll take Helicopter. And we got Chop and Churn. And we got Cold Front. Hardly know her. That's Frost Fangs, but I'm not going to take that. Alright, we'll take Attack Power. Cutting Edge. Critical hit chance. That's Sword Mastery. Strength plus 25, I'll just take that, actually. And we'll remove that. That's Unbridled Blade. That's pretty good, actually. That's Luminary. Attack Power. And that leaves me with 24. I'll take Unbridled Blade. Alright, that's good enough for now. That should be interesting. We should do that with something. We got to figure out what we could do that with. Alright. And I'm just going to equip him with a great sword. It's, well, the Sword of Shadows. Outdoors person, awarded for making camp 50 times. Wow, okay. So let's equip the Sword of Shadows. Look at this fucking thing. That's Mordegon's sword, alright. Well, they're supposed to predict things that I would do, not things that you would do. Because you're pretty predictable. Except when you're playing Pokemon. Alright, let's try again. I was like, wait a minute. I forgot. I said I was going to do that, and then I didn't. I was getting ahead of myself in these Dragon Quest games like I did in Dragon Quest 2. Hi, Noodle. Baby, you can blow my flute. Toot, toot. Baby, you can blow my fucking flute. Stop, Gibbs. Get off of me. No. If you're gonna be in front of me, you gotta lay down, okay? I don't want you just standing there just like licking my hand. That's fucking weird. I'm not into that. I'm not from Oklahoma. So stop. Stop! Jesus. All right, we're actually gonna go in the tower. You wanna see something? I just thought of this. I'm gonna show you the way Brandon plays any 3D game, right? I noticed this when we was playing Wind Waker back in the day. This is, watch what I do differently here, and you'll see why Brandon drove me crazy back in the day. This is the way Brandon plays. Motherfucker never moves the camera unless you say something like, dude, move the camera. Only legal in the sign. Here we go. He's laying on my feet now. She's opening up. The camera's there just for aesthetics. Well, yeah, you got to be able to swing it around so you could see the aesthetics. Otherwise, because I've seen you do that so many times in Zelda, where you just won't move the camera.
I wonder if these spirits of lost time are here already.
I mean, they're all over the fucking place, dude.
Come on, laddie. Let's head on in and see what we can see.
Oh god, Moogle, that would drive me insane. Like, you gotta move the fucking camera. Like, I'm constantly adjusting as I move because I want to see everything. And look, there's that dark toggle that we've been seeing since the very first cutscene of the game. Yeah, I would be pissed off about that too. Tick, tock, tick, tick, tock, tick, tock, tick, tock, tick, tock. Wait a minute, so the version you got me, does that have camera controls in it? Because you got me like some kind of collection. It should, it's the remaster? Okay, cool. I guess we'll find out, right? We've reached the inside of the Dark Tower. Where the hooker room at? Oh, okay, so it was a standalone thing. A Hero's Book of Basic Weapons. We can make nebula swords, darting daggers, and asterangs, and shining staves, and straight pokers, and mega Gringam whips. And pairs of Dragon Lord claws, and maxi axes. We're not going to worry about any of that just yet. I want to wait till we have all our characters together. Well, we won't have Hendrik for a little while, but... Fight the Clock King. No, we gotta fight the Son of Sun. That's a big tackle. She tall. I think they're all creepy.
I watch over them, guide them.
But what are you?
I find them a little creepy too. They're cute creepy, but they're creepy.
And that is all I am.
I hope you don't mind us intruding, but we heard there might be a rather special light here in the tower that can...
Hey, Shifty Sauce.
that can bring people back. We've lost someone very special, you see, and... well, we were hoping you might be
How's it
able to
going?
help us.
I don't think that's a mouth, though. I always thought it like as like their nose.
You speak of time's sphere. If you were to harness its power, that which you seek might be attained. But to lose time is to lose much. The path you propose to follow is not one to be trodden lightly.
To lose time? What do you mean?
Time's sphere is the crystallization of all that has taken place in Erdrea since memory began. Each moment gathered by the spirits of lost time, savored, remembered.
Remember emotions.
To take a sword to the sphere would be to erase those moments, to return to the time of the last intact memory. If your companion is to be restored to you, time itself must be destroyed. As I say, to lose time is to lose much.
So in order to save Veronica, we would need to turn back time.
If I could turn back time.
I think I'm beginning to get the picture. We need
A Time Life music collection. Yeah.
We'd need to go back to before Yggdrasil fell. That way, we could stop Mordegon before it was too late. That wouldn't just save Veronica. It would save the whole of Erdrea. Think of all the pain and suffering we could prevent.
That's fine.
It is possible. All is possible. It may be that returning to that particular fork in the flow of time brings all that you wish and more.
But it must be done. I would gladly give up all that has happened since that day for the chance to change it.
Only one person can go, though.
Alas, to lose time is to lose much. Only one of you may return to that place. The sphere can be broken but once, by a single hand. A hand possessed of a singular power. In this world, only one such power exists. That of the Luminary. I see you. I know you. I knew you the moment you appeared. Only you can break
Exactly.
the sphere, and only with the sword of light.
And that's how all the other Dragon Quest games are connected to this one.
When it is broken, when the memories are shattered, you will return to the
I know, it's one of those games you could beat and just like take a little bit of a break and then immediately start over. Not many long RPGs I can say that about.
Again? He can't come back here to us?
It's a one-way trip.
To lose time is to lose much. This world.
There might be there's three. There's three.
These will be lost to you, and that is not all.
Remember, he's not the only luminary.
The outcome of the sphere's shattering is impossible to foresee. You may be lost forever, trapped in a corner of time, a half-faded memory.
This version of Eric will. But there'll be another version of Eric that doesn't.
Your present, your companions, your life, even. All these.
Sylvando would like to take a peek. Oh, honey, show me.
Knowing this, are you willing to risk all for the sake of your departed friend?
I do love that she lays out all the risks and everything, you know? There's no nasty surprises.
Only you can decide. I will await you before the sphere.
So, Shifty, are you like a big Dragon Quest fan? Have you played a lot of the other games? No time like the present. Pause.
I'm sorry, but you simply can't do this. We won't let you.
Darling, don't you feel you've done enough? I mean, you defeated the Lord of Shadows, didn't you? I don't want to lose anybody else. I don't think I could bear it. I cannot permit you to do this. Curse it all. Why can I not go? Why can I not put a stop to Mordegon? Must I really remain here, idle, while you risk all for the sake of our fallen companion? It made you a Dragon Quest fan? Since then, have you, like, explored any of the older ones? Notice how Eric is the most important one? 5 is a fucking great game. Before I say anything, how far into 5 are you? I let you go once, and I promised I'd never do it again. Please don't do this. I don't want to lose you. Fate seems to have a habit of snatching away those I care about most. But not this time. Save a tired old man from more heartache than he can bear, will ye? If I lose you too, I don't know what I can do. You just... Oh, so you're in the teenager section of the game? Okay. Because Dragon Quest V is actually similar to this game in that there's 3 acts. There's the child, teenager, and adult. So... I'm sorry, 11-Beat, but you simply can't do this. We won't let you. When I cut my hair and Veronica gave me her powers, I vowed that I would use them to carry on our sacred mission to protect you. So to reply for what you're saying, EB, so basically, it's not necessarily a better timeline, just a different one in which Veronica and many other people did not die on that day, but other things happen. You know what I mean? So, I don't want to explain it too much because it gets into spoilery territory, but basically, this time period, this timeline that 11 is going to be leaving is the timeline that would lead to Dragon Quest 6, 5, and 4. And then the one that I'm going to is the one that will lead to Dragon Quest 3, 1, and 2. And then a certain other character creates another timeline at the very end, which would lead to some of the other games. If I were to let anything happen to you, she would never forgive me, so I have no choice but to stop you from doing this. Have you thought this through, 11B? You heard the timekeeper. If you go back there, that's it. No way home. And there's no guarantee you'll even make it to where you want to go. Are you sure you want to do this? Pretty sure.
Okay. You win. We know you well enough by now not to try and talk you out of this.
Except you all did.
You better not mess this up. You go back there and you save her, you hear? Save us all.
Eric just asked, do you really want to? You literally were standing in my way just a second ago, but okay, Jade.
The decision is made. Then you must know all that I know. To lose time will be to lose much. But some semblance of your present self will...
We're also coming up on one of the hardest boss battles, so...
Your memories, the record of your adventures thus far.
I think so far the hardest boss has been Indignus, but this one that's coming up is pretty bad.
Your knowledge of battle and all that you have learned.
All your skills. Your levels.
Last of all. The containers that surround the altar. These are the time capsules. These sacred vessels are immune to the flow of time.
So Shifty, after you finish Dragon Quest V, you should play 8. Because I think that 5, 8, and 11 are like the holy trilogy of, the holy trinity of Dragon Quest.
Will be placed within them. Thus, may the items you require journey with you to the past. Alas, there is one item that will not survive the journey. The Sword of Light. But you should retain possession of its twin, the Sword of Shadows. This will surely prove to be a more than worthy weapon for the time being. Now you know all that I know. All else is unknowable. When you are ready, join.
Why regret? I never regret cheese. Even if I'm having a bad time afterwards, I'm like, worth it! Join me by the sphere when you are ready. If you climb these steps, there's no going back. Are you sure you want to return to the past? Gonna take you back to the past. Yeah, well, life is fleeting, right? Are you absolutely certain? Yep. You might want to do a little research as to whether you want the PS2 or 3DS version, though. They're both really good.
Wait!
Stop, Gibbs.
When you meet me in the past, we will be enemies again. But know this. I stand ready to pledge myself to your cause once more. To be your sword, your shield, your unswerving companion.
Stop, Gibbs, Jesus.
Yes, yes, very dramatic, Hendrik, honey. Now, if you've quite finished frowning and swearing oaths... Farewell, darling. I look forward to seeing you...
Lasagna, though.
...in the past.
I know you can.
These future events will affect you in the future.
You won't let anything stand in your way. And the us's of the past
Us's.
will be there for you whenever you need us.
Us's.
Now, if I know your grandfather, he'll have a few words to say before you go.
You've grown into a fine figure of a man, laddie. But don't look down now. We'll only be apart a wee while. We're back there waiting for you after all. You'll do us proud. I know you will. How could you not do? You're my own flesh and blood after all.
Underrated movie.
I suppose I began this journey with you, feeling that I was simply doing my duty. But it became so much more than that. I'll never forget the time we've spent together. So please, if you don't mind,
I haven't seen the new one either.
take me along with you, all over again.
What do you mean?
The time of departure
He vanishes.
is upon us. Luminary, take
Oh, are you talking about...
in hand.
I think it's like a Days of Future Past situation where he merges with himself. You know what I mean? Sayonara Sword of Light. So it's widely believed by the Dragon Quest fandom that the shards of that particular Sword of Light became the Zenithian sword.
Wait, laddie.
There's no waiting. He already did the thing.
This isn't goodbye. Not by a long shot.
That's bright.
See you on the other side.
They keep showing that dark tackle for very good reason. This fucking Buck Rogers intro here.
Take care, and remember, we'll be waiting for you.
Look at my horse. My horse is amazing.
This harbinger of calamity, and cast him into the furthest corner of the dungeon.
Look at my sword. My sword is amazing.
I believe in you. I believe in the Luminary.
We of Arborea swear to protect you. While we live, none shall defeat you.
Friends, shipmates, amigos, Svard thrust.
What up, Manic?
Destiny beckons.
I don't know how Mordegon's planning on achieving eternal life, but I know one thing. We're going to stop him.
You must defeat him. The fate of our
Gibbs,
world
enough.
depends upon it. Good luck.
It's enough, Gibbs. Stop. You need to stop doing that. Notice that you do keep your costume. That's why I equipped that before I left. Made sure that I had some skills in Greatsword, because we're going to need to use this for a bit. And we will save. Meow, meow. I think they'll have the costumes that they had at that time, because they're also going to be at the level they were right before we went up to the Time Traveler, awarded for embarking on a mission into the mists of lost time in order to see the world saved once more, but properly this time. So basically the game essentially makes a save state, because all your characters will have all the same exact weapons, armor, skills, levels, everything that they did right before we went up to Yggdrasil. Xenoblade had done a similar thing where all the cutscenes that are flashbacks show your characters wearing whatever armor they were wearing at the time. Ah, Luminary, what brings you all the way out here? Your companions are all gathered in the cathedral. I am sure that Father Benedictus will be concerned to see that you are not with them. Return to him, I prithee. I'm on it. Because, see, I'm still level 60. They're not going to be level 60, my companions. So we're going to have to kind of carry them in battle for a while. Wait, where are we going? Up there? Okay.
Oh, Serenica, blessed ancestor. The time has come at last for us to fulfill our destiny.
This part is great. I love that she's the first one you see.
We're going to use the orbs to take the luminary up to the world tree, and he's going to awaken the power that will banish the darkness. We've never been up to Yggdrasil before, so we don't know what's up there waiting for us. But no matter what happens, I swear I won't let the luminary come to harm. He's our light and our hope.
And she didn't.
And he'll rid our world of darkness.
Yeah, this game's awesome.
I know he will.
If I was ever to do like top 5
Serenica,
RPGs of all time,
sage
this is
legend,
in that
lend me
list.
your power. Help me fulfill my duty and protect the luminary. Oi! What are you doing here? Wait, you weren't listening, were you?
A little bit.
What do you think you're up to? Waltzing in here with that great ugly thing strapped to your back anyway? And where in the world have you been?
Draken's not anywhere near that list.
Father Benedictus was talking to us all, and you just upped and disappeared without so much as a by your leave.
See, they do address it.
What were you thinking? What's the matter? Cat got your tongue? Stop staring at me like that, will you? You look like you've seen a ghost. We've got important things to be getting on with. The last thing we need is you acting like a big weirdo. So come on, pull yourself together.
Keep in mind that I didn't say JRPGs, I just said RPGs in general.
There you are. We couldn't find you anywhere. Oh, we were so worried about you.
So I don't know if it's recency bias. I mean, like, because there's also like Xenoblade Chronicles and Skyrim to consider that are like really high up there.
What's with that sword? You're supposed to be the good guy, remember? Huh. Well, whatever floats your boat. Anyway, time to get
Eric's
this
so
show on
tolerant.
the road.
Father Benedictus says we're to take the orbs and offer them up to the altar at the top of the mountain.
We need to go through.
Well,
those
no, it
doors
wasn't as
and
bad as
follow the
that.
path through the first forest, apparently.
Eric
Shall we
floats
keep
his
going?
boat. That's true.
Aye.
Ru-
Not long now till
Rides
we get
that
to
boat all the way down the river.
long last, and finally find out how to get rid of that rotter Mordigan. Let's away.
I haven't played X yet. I'm planning on doing so on stream when I go through the Xeno meta series, at least up until X, because I'll play it like on an emulator, because I never had a Wii U, you know? I actually see a side quest there, but let me, yeah, we gotta figure this out. I'm thinking about this battle, and... God, I think this is, like, perfect, actually. Some of the other what? There's a quest here. Oh, you're not feeling under the weather, I trust? You must take care of yourself, my boy. There can be no greater pleasure in life than to tend to one's own health. Oh, the code language, I see, yeah. But the path to true fitness is an arduous one indeed. One must sacrifice one's heart and soul upon the altar of wellness. I have devoted my entire life to the pursuit of true salubrity, and in years of painstaking research, I have finally found the secret. I call it Super Soup. Or at least I will when it's completed at last. Young man, will you lend me your aid in concocting this miraculous broth? Fit as a fiddle. All right. I knew that you would say yes. Now, what I need you to do is head deep into the first forest and bring me back a single leaf of the most vital ingredient of all, red kale. The first forest is a sacred place, into which none may set foot without the high priest's permission. But you were the luminary. How could he possibly refuse you? Remember, my boy, a single leaf of red kale is all that I require. May the spirits of salubriousness go with you, my fellow fitness fanatic. Alright. Definitely gotta look at some of this equipment. Actually, hold on. Before I do any of that, now's the time to whip this out. Excuse me while I whip this out. The nebulous sword. We'll hold off on that. We don't need that. Darting dagger. Very yes, but I would need a deft dagger. Oh, these all require... Oh, these are really good. All right, these all require... We can do the meteorang, though. These all require weapons that you had previously. I don't know why I don't have a darting dagger, but... Alright, let's start with this. You know what? I'm going to go ahead and do another one. Focus cost half! Nice! Alright. Let's do this. Inspiration strike! Gotta love that guaranteed crit. Focus cost increased by half for a concomitant critical chance boost. I'm not a big fan of that, so I'm just gonna do this. Alright. Alright. Ew. All focus cost halved. Alright. There we go. That was pretty much perfect. Perfection! An Asterang. Alright. So the darting dagger is interesting that I don't have the deft dagger. That is true. Yeah, I did know that. I definitely wanted to do it there, but... Can I make a deft dagger? Let me see. Alright, I'll have to look that up in a moment, but let me just see what I'll... Alright. Shining Staff, that's a heavy wand. I don't have that either. Alright. Straight, that's a spear. Whip. I need the Gringham Whip. Alright. Yeah. And you can't buy Dragon Hide. Dragon Lord Claws. Alright. And nobody's using it. Well, alright, we got the Asterang. I don't think the Inspiration Strike was in the original version of this game, too, because I originally played the non-definitive edition, and I don't remember that ever being a thing. Alright, so let's see. We're going to give you the Asterang. Looking like a dick pic with a two-pack. Yes, that is so accurate. All right, got to give these. Wait, why am I focusing so much on Eric? Is he? Well, I guess I'm gonna use him, aren't I? I should use him. He's really good in this part. Yeah, I do have him in the party. All right, Veronica. I don't think I have a better weapon for you, do I? Oh, I have a Goddess Whip. Okay. Yeah, I think that's the best whip I have right now. Serena. Oh, that's a spear. Shit. Oh my god, I am fucking this up. let's see if I can find anything better for wands. There we go. I think that's the one. All right. Soulbreaker, huh? That's a sword. Oh, here, give him that, actually. You can get the naughty stick, like, towards the end of the game. Oh, he doesn't have dual wielding yet. Shit. Okay. Well, do I have a better shield? I do. Actually, yeah, it's gonna be this one, the Brain Drainer. Okay. Jade. Alright, I think it's gonna be this. It's just a really good weapon. That's all it does, is it's good. I'm gonna give you the happy hat. And probably that, right? No, I got better stuff. That's right, she was wearing that. Rab. I think he was using the magma staff, but we'll see if there's anything better. Oh no, the sacrosanct staff. That's even better. Okay. Alright. Oh, armor for Rab. Alright. Okay. Costumes. Well, we'll keep that. Spiky Swindler. Yeah, we'll keep that. Actually, hold on. Doesn't he have access to his pirate thing? Hold on. I need to do this. Oh, I need the Corsair's coat? Never owned. Ooh, I'll have to look into getting a Corsair's coat. Hold on. But that's not what I wanted. What happened to the Pirate King stuff I had? Alright. Alright, we'll keep him as this then, for now. Alright. You're a spotty sorceress. Yeah, we'll keep that on for now. This is Act 3, yeah. Okay, so yeah, we'll work on that. And yeah. I mean, these are all cool, but this is the one we've spent the least amount of time with. Definitely that one. Definitely that one. And let's see. I mean, I kind of like this, but at the same time, we decided this one was cooler, didn't we? What do you think, guys? Should we keep Savior of the Sands, or should we swap over to Drazilian? I'll leave it up to you guys. Well, I crack another water. Swap over to Drazilian or keep it as Savior of the Sands? What do you guys think? Yeah, I mean, Savior of the Sands is really good. So everybody, hey now, everybody, yeah. All right, we'll stick with this then. There'll be other costumes, of course, but yeah. All right. Now we're actually prepared. It would be very bad to go up there without fixing your equipment first. Armor makes him look like Cecil? Yeah, if it was like a slightly different, like more silver and blue. Or are you talking about the other one? Luminary, pray tell. Did something happen to you in the short time you were away? You seem much more serious than you did before. Just enjoying me some DQ11. We're in the third act of the game now. I suspect that you have come to realize the gravity of the task ahead of you. The trail beyond these doors leads to the first forest. The altar you seek is at the very highest point of that hollowed wood. Good luck, my child. Fashion is mega important. But also notice that, everybody, yeah, see, they're like level 30-ish, 39, 38, around there. Fashion quest. Believe it or not, there's a specific type of JRPGs, which are called cosplay JRPGs, where all the power you gain is from what clothes you wear. Alright. Yep. Anything up? Aha! Of course. A mini medal. A miniature medallion. A minimalistic medallion of God's seasonal piece. A fucking coin. A damn dime. A petty penny. A knackered nickel. Yo, I gotta fight this guy. Yo, what's up, my dudes? Ugh, fuck out of here. He's so much stronger than them. I mean, they have really good weapons and stuff, but they're like, level 39, 38, 37. He's level 60. Fuck out of here. Yes, because that was all due to Yggdrasil falling. Although something else is going to happen that's going to give their eyes a different glow. Veronica's level 39. Sylvando's level 38. Let's see. Veronica... Well, I'm not going to be able to get anything right now. Sylvando. We're going to have to expand these two at some point. Knives. Nastier knives, but that's not what I want. I want a dual weld, which is this, isn't it? Yeah. Oh, no, it's this. Oh, we need one more point? Damn. All right, that's okay. Yeah, so you'll no longer see the red-eyed enemies, but you'll see something else fairly soon. I'm just going to do that just to get the zoom point. Fashion Souls? I guess he plays Dark Souls. Full frontal nudity. Bonk! Alright. Got that. Platinum ore. More platinum ore. Silver ore. Platinum ore. And now what you've all been waiting for. I know I have. Hardcore nudity. Choppy choppy. Oh god. Oh, well you might. I mean that dragon ain't wearing no clothes. Get out of here. Whoop! We want more ore. More ore. More ore. More ore. Oh, you know what? Yeah, it's all different abilities now. Alright, whatever. I don't have Dragon Slash anymore. She was pleased? Oh my god. Rab is level 6. No, he's got 6 points. He's not level 6. I don't think I can get anything with that, but... Well, I can get this. Benediction. Cool. And a Dragon Horn. You will know the authority of my horn. Open sesame! Magic circle. Well, I have one character who's using shields right now. Not for very much longer, but that can't be better, right? Yeah, I didn't think it was. Don't get too excited, Moog. Well, how was it awkward for you? Because you seem to be suggesting that it was not awkward to see with your grandmother. The first forest. Hosing him down for the kobolds and Suikoden. Yup. Alright, that's good actually that you didn't feel awkward. I mean, nobody wants that awkward feeling, you know? Alright, we want to get through this quickly, but at the same time, there's going to be some items to find, so... Up, up, ho! There's no sense in trying to level these guys up more than they are right now, because they'll catch up really quickly. Oh my god, that's funny. Urn of Saint's Ashes. Hey, she knows what she likes, right? Huh! Mastodon! We'll have the ranch hose, or blue cheese hose, ready to calm Moogle down. Choppy Choppy! Silk Blossom! Glimmergrass! Fairy Fluff! All these cool sounding names. Lurgan! What's up, Tarnish? Thank you for the lurk. Lurker Lives Matter. Hope I said your name right. I also want to try to keep an eye out for that, whatchamacallit, the red kale that guy was talking about. Oh, okay. Here we go. You suck, sir. I don't really like kale either. It's like, what if spinach was gross? Actually, I should have attacked the other guys, but that's fine.
Easy peasy.
Easy peasy. I've missed her saying that, that's for sure. Alright, here we go. We've got a living statue and a Jesus, calm down, Moogle. Oh, missed. Definitely missed her sass, that's for sure. You know what? This is the one. I've missed being able to do that. You know, Sylvando can use whips, but he never gets that ability. She's the only character who could use it. You like elusive ones? Yeah, thank you. How to outdo the undead. So we can now make zombie slayers, which is no big deal. Oh, look at that! Speaking of experience points, is he sticking around? Yes, he is. Alright. Nice, that's 2. Oh, but I don't have... Ooh. Yeah, I don't have... Alright, let's just hit him. That's 3. Oh, he's dead. That's a shit ton of experience points. It tastes like batteries. How do you know what batteries taste like? Never mind. Serena's level 38. Let's see. Yeah, we can't get it. Alright. Oh, no, I'm not nearly at the point in the game where you would have critical claim. I just started the 3rd act of this. It's not even unlocked on his skill tree yet. Like, that part of the skill tree isn't even available yet. Alright, I've got an ethereal stone. Almost looks like it. Yeah, okay. You just go down there and magic water. Alright. Like, we literally just went back in time, so We're not at that level yet. We'll get there, though. Critical Claim is one of the best abilities in the game. For 75 magic points, Eric gets a guaranteed crit, which is great for killing metal slimes, but also, if you use Divide and then Critical Claim, you get 3 critical hits. It's a little OD. Really good for those endgame super bosses, of which I've heard there's a new super boss that wasn't in the original version. So we'll do that. Savvy Sapphire. Moogle, did you lick 9 volts when you were a kid? Or did you do it last week? Alright. By the way, real talk, I have no idea where the red kale is. I'm not super worried about it just now, but if I happen to find it on the way up, otherwise we'll do it later. I remember when you got the Switch and you were like, just tastes like plastic to me. It doesn't taste unusual. And I said, yeah, you gotta lick the label. And then is that pause, and then you were like, ah. Hey, some people need to be called Tony. Which, by the way, did you know now that that is actually my middle name? It's Anthony. Oh, don't do that. No, swing the sword.
Head up.
Oh, god damn it. Oh, he's a furry now. No, my dad's middle name was Francis, actually. But my grandfather on my mother's side was Anthony. That's where it came from. There we go. Snapped 11B out of it, too. Yeah, my dad was Juan Francis. But my grandfather, my mother's dad, was Anthony John. So... Oh, I thought I saw Sparkle. Leave me alone! Oh, I am trapped here, aren't I? Oh, he fucked off. Okay. There it is. I'm like, where's the damn mushroom things? You are now aware. In the dream time. There we go. We got a bell cap. Suddenly I'm reminded of Illusion of Gaia. Yeah, it's one of the most gorgeous areas in the game. It's just all the colors and everything. I'm gonna stab this guy in the butt. Oh, never mind, he turned around. Oh, swing your sword, you idiot! Oh, well. Just attack. I got a pet power? Let's try it. You haven't seen this, so... Woo, extreme helicoptering. A pig named Hamlet. Oh, God. And then they ate him. A very prophetic name, Hamlet. Whoa, hello. Oh, wait, no. We're supposed to go there. Oh. I want to go the other way first. Spellbound bow. Ugh, let's go. Let's do this. Damn. Good night, sleep tight. You white. Yeah, he got eaten. Whoop, whoop, whoop. The shit out of molten globules. That's good for crafting. Oh, yeah, Eric, chill. Hey! Hey, what's going on, brah? How's it going, brah? Yup, that is true. Now did miss the talk of the naked salsa dance. Basically, I said that when the fridge shit gets resolved and we have a new fridge, I'm gonna do the naked salsa dance. I'm gonna be naked. I'm gonna have chips, bag of chips, bowl of salsa, and I'm gonna be helicoptering. Is there a point of recruiting in Dragon Quest V that you don't want to use? No. It's just that there's points in the story of Dragon Quest V where you only have the hero or you only have like one or two other people, and it's good to have monsters to round out the party. But towards the end, you'll have so many human characters that you won't use the monsters all that much. Oh god.
Let's do this.
Speaking of helicoptering... Oh wait, no, this is Eric. Well, we'll do this. Oh, you're playing that. Is that the one you're playing? Yeah. The PlayStation 2 version of Dragon Quest V is broken. It is broken. Like, that is... It's not good. Yeah. You could actually beat any boss by running away from it, and it counts as a victory. It was rushed out. I don't know who developed the PS2 version, but whoever they got didn't test it properly. So it's a speedrunner's dream, because you could do that kind of shit. But, yeah, it's real wild. But yeah, it's a messed up port.
Oh, this trudging up hills is playing havoc with my old bones.
I'm gonna get up for a sec. Gibbs, chill!
Oh, well,
He could tell I'm getting up.
yourself out, darling. We all want to be bright-eyed and bushy
I've seen the cutscene. I'll be right back.
Let's call it a night, huh?
I gotta pee and I want to get something.
So, we'll finally be going up to Yggdrasil tomorrow. I can't help feeling a little nervous. Serena, why don't you play that song? You know, the one you always used to play when we were children.
Jesus Christ, Gibbs. Wilding out over there. Hey, Mick.
Yggdrasil looks so magical at night. It's strange to think that each of our lives is a leaf from one of those branches.
Yeah. And it's really like the old man said. There's some kind of heart in there that all life comes
This is the one you want.
Yes, when someone dies, their leaf
You want
withers
this.
and falls, and their soul returns to the
My
heart.
copy's a little fucked up,
When someone
but
is
it works.
born, a new bud blooms on one of the branches.
I suppose it won't be long now until we finally face Mordegon. Do you think if we can beat him, my father will go back to how he once was?
Yes.
Oh.
The slimes actually make really good attackers,
True,
Moogle.
Veronica.
Because the basic, in Dragon Quest V, the basic blue slime is one of the few monsters that can go, it has no level cap.
He said it would help us. It belonged to our ancestor, Serenica. She left it behind in Arborea, apparently.
Did you know it's a fishing rod?
Well, I don't know about the rest of you, but I'm hooked.
Boop.
What do you say we all get some beauty sleep?
Oh god, you're gonna make me watch this part again. At least it turns out differently this time.
We were born at the same time, so our leaves bloomed at the same time, didn't they? Do you think they'll fall at the same time too?
Deja
I
vu.
don't know. You've always been a bit slow, to be honest. But I hope they do.
The third time we've had to see that cutscene. Yo, what was with the question marks? That was wild. Alright. Let me check down here. Nothing, really? I mean, I can... Alright. There's really no items around. Okay, whatever. Jamais vu? And something should be familiar to you, but isn't? Oh. Stephen King wrote a story about deja vu. It was called That Feeling You Can... that if you get it, you can only say it in French, or something like that. I do think there's something over here, though. Yes! Mini medal!
Well, there's no mistaking it. This is the altar.
Aye, you're not wrong there. Go on, laddie. Get the orbs out.
So this all goes the same way up until when Jasper attacks, and then, you know, it goes differently. The balls are inert! Hey, you live in California now, and maybe you should, like, pitch some of those ideas to Hollywood, right? They've been storing pea... Well, the yellow one, definitely. Somebody needs to drink, to eat less asparagus. Gotta love that rainbow dragon emblem when it all comes together, and then... Boom! Run, run, our future is done. It's time to be undone. Run, run, across the rainbow bridge. The Bifrost, yeah. Oh my god, EB, try, when I do, for music appreciation, when I do Into the Electric Castle, try not to miss it, it's so good. And there's a rainbow bridge in it.
It's beautiful. Looks like it's finally time for a date with Destiny. Come on.
Beat them to it.
Not keep Yggdrasil waiting.
I must be dead or stoned out of my head. The World Tree. Look how pretty this part is, though. I always love this part. Up, up, oh! Up we go. File of Lunaria? Okay. Anything over there? There's really nothing there. Okay. So you guys remember how this all went down last time. What are fiddleheads?
So this is the heart of Yggdrasil. It's strange. I feel like I've been here before.
I know what you mean. It's weirdly familiar.
Well, it is the source
Unfurled ferns? Oh, okay.
I guess that makes sense.
You eat them? Or am I just hungry that I automatically assume you're talking about... Hands off! About food.
Well, that's not very nice. The naughty thing gave me a shock.
Aye, and so it should. I doubt the World Tree would let any but the one who bears her mark near her holiest of holies.
What do they taste like?
After all, only he can wield the weapon destined to dispel the darkness. The Sword of Light. Now, laddie, it's time to reach into the heart of Yggdrasil and claim your birthright. Only you can do it. Only you can save our world.
By the way, remember when I said only one person could go back in time? I was using insistent terminology. Only one person could go back. Oh, Shulk's having a vision again. Here's Jasper. Not today, sir.
How in the... Damn you, Jasper. How did you find us?
Find you? Did you witless vermin not realize I was following you all along?
Look at his hair, though.
What was that?
Now, princess. Such boorish behavior hardly befits one of your station. Do you not see that you are utterly powerless to stop me?
Nope. Between broccoli and asparagus. Well, I'd like both of those things. I guess I would try that.
Repelled? But how?
Sword of Shadows, bitch, from a different timeline.
That sword. Very impressive. But it will take more than a showy new weapon to defeat me.
Weapon?
Come, Luminary. All of you. Prepare for the end. The Tree of Life shall be your place of death.
It's funny because we're using the Sword of Shadows to prevent the Sword of Shadows from being created. Jasper draws near. Alright, so this is the same fight as before, except now we can actually win. That sword. Surely you do not intend to dispel my barrier. I sure do. Alright. Wait. That should have broken it. Alright. Why did it... Oh, maybe I gotta hit him with it. I don't remember things. I probably had to just hit him with it instead of using it. I was thinking of a different boss. There we go. Alright. Oh, okay. 11B is the one at high level, so let's oomph him up. Speed everybody up. By the way, this isn't the really hard battle that I was alluding to. That's coming up soon. Ow. So I think we're gonna go with this. Jaspula. He didn't get his chance to turn into Jaspula. But that's basically what he is, right? Oh, we blocked one of them. Ooh. Leave Veronica alone. She's been through enough. He's almost done, though. Yeah, that'll do it. Jasper is defeated. Jade's level 38. So let's see. Allure. Definitely go with Pep Chance. There we go. So now we have irreversibly changed the timeline. Well, he did choose the name Alucard, right? His real name was Adrian. I know these things.
I cannot be defeated.
Dude, this is the second time we're killing you. Yep, Adrian Fahrenheit Tepesh.
I cannot disappoint my master.
Hadouken! Quick parry. So much for the Sword of Shadows. Was this a statue's dick?
What do we have here?
What has Jasper led us into? What happened here?
Your pal showed his true colors. That's what happened. He's no servant of Heliodor. He's sold his soul to the forces of evil.
The Luminary is not your enemy. It was Jasper all along.
Curse you.
So this is how you repay your king, with treachery.
Keep in mind that King Carnelian at this point is still possessed by Mordegon.
Master, help me. Faithless cur! You would dare to betray me? Betray your kingdom? Death is more than you deserve. I am grateful to you, Hendrik. If you had not brought me here, I may never have learned the truth. If not for your intervention, who knows how long it might have continued? Who knows how much damage might have been wrought?
He puts the Luminary in a terrible position here, because if the Luminary were to tell anyone that, hey, by the way, the king is Mordegon, it wouldn't be believable.
I only wish he had been unmasked sooner.
It seems I owe you an apology. I have visited a grave injustice upon you. It was Jasper who spoke of the Dark Spawn, who poisoned me against you. I see now that all this was merely part of his wicked scheme.
Father.
Jane!
Very convincing. Hi, Gibbs. Can you stop jumping around?
Daughter. How is it that I did not see you there? Today is a day of surprises indeed.
Oh, my daughter! Yeah. Very convincing, Mordegon. Very convincing. Yeah.
You have suffered greatly, Lord Robert. The fall of Dundrasil and all that has happened since were tragic events indeed. But it is time to put them behind us and face the future. Would you not agree?
Sorry, Your Majesty, but I'll be putting nothing behind me until I've dealt with the cause of it all. Mordegon.
Ah, yes. Mordegon. Doubtless Jasper bent the knee to that fiend.
And that's why you killed him before he can expose who you are.
I see now that he is the source of the evil that afflicts our world. No doubt, he is out there even as we speak, lying low, biding his time. But we have the Luminary on our side. Now, you must claim the Sword of Light. The sacred power of Yggdrasil is your birthright. Take it. It is long past time.
Exactly, yeah. Because he knows. But he's got to play around. He's got to play along for a while. So it was Jasper who was Mordegon's man on the inside all along, eh? I don't think there's any doubt of it after what we just saw. We may not know where Mordegon's hiding himself. Right over there. But when we do, the Sword of Light will help us finish the job. Go on, laddie. Head on over to the heart and claim your birthright. I've been looking forward to seeing my father again for so long, but it doesn't feel like I thought it would. I just can't seem to relax around him. I'm sorry, 11B, but I don't think I'm quite ready for a happy reunion just yet. After all those years apart, there's a big gap to close. Jasper, why would a sworn knight of Heliodor sell his soul to the darkness? What could possibly have been worth such a price? Mordegon remains at large. He is the cause of all this chaos. Go, Luminary, and claim the Sword of Light. Only this great weapon can end the Lord of Shadow's reign. Yeah, I mean, like, you could tell she knows something's up. She just can't figure it out, right? The Servant of Darkness is defeated. Now all we have to do is defeat the Master. It seems our adventure is fast approaching its grand finale. We just need to find out where Mordegon is hiding. If only Jasper was still alive, perhaps he might have been able to tell us. That's why he's dead! Wow, that Jasper really had it in for us, didn't he? It's a miracle we made it out of that battle alive. It's a good job you spotted him when you did. If you hadn't blocked that spell he slung at you, goodness knows what would have happened. So mysterious. When Jasper fired that first spell at us, I thought we were done for. And then we would have been if it wasn't for you. Not to mention that crazy sword of yours. Where did you get the thing anyway? Whatever it was, you won't be taking it back anytime soon. It shattered into a zillion pieces. It was easy peasy. Ooh, that Jasper guy was just the worst. But why climb all the way up here to try to finish this off? Why didn't he attack us down on the ground? There was so much I wanted to ask him, but then old King C decided to make himself judge, jury, and executioner. Now I'll never know. It do be like that. Enter the heart of Yggdrasil? Yes. If only. Who's the imposter? Maybe we should call a meeting. I forget if you get a chance to respec him for single-handed swords before the next big boss. Look at the way he's looking at it.
Magnificent.
Yeah, that was Erdwin, but yeah. Well, Erdwin was an Erdrick, so yeah, that's correct too. Look but don't touch. Look at that. You saw that?
What was that?
I'm gonna start. But we'll get multiple swords of light too.
Now that we have the sword, let us return to
Heliodor. That was the Dark Tackle.
Celebrate your triumph.
Remember, Mordegon and the Dark Tackle hate each other.
You're inviting us back to the castle. But of course, Lord Robert. You are the defenders of
Juggling swords of light.
The unmaskers of the traitor Jasper. Your great deeds deserve recognition. Well, Luminary,
the music quality in this remake is a lot better, I gotta say. I don't talk about it often, but they did a great job remastering the music. Or rather, putting the original soundtrack back in. Hendrik's all fucked up. He was pretty fucked up the first time we killed Jasper. But this is even worse, because it happened so suddenly.
I have wronged you. But in time, I will make amends. I swear it.
Oh, I know.
We will go ahead.
We know you're a decent dude.
We look forward to welcoming you in Heliodor.
Yeah, exactly. He never got to find out why Jasper was like that. Alright. I actually think I can, well, heal. I could zoom anywhere, right? Let me just go to, like, literally any campsite. I need to respec for, single-handed swords. Also, do I have it equipped? Yes, I do. The Super Sword of Light. Notice it's not the regular Sword of Light, it's the Super Sword of Light. And the stats are way higher. Alright. Yeah, rectification. Damn near killed him. So we'll take everything out of great swords. Alright. 16 bits? Yes, indeed. What am I doing? Alright, so let's see. Yes. Attack power. Dragon Slash, I do wind up using that a lot. Attack power while wielding. Alright, so that's dual wielding, which I don't care about. I might get it just to get this at some point, but not now. Miracle Slash, yeah, that's pretty good. We'll get that. Metal Slash, you definitely want Metal Slash. Sword Stance, I used to use that a lot, but I think I'll actually just go ahead and get this now. Unfortunately, I should have kept... Yeah. Well, maybe if I do this and then that instead of going up this way, because that's 3 and 4. Oh, but that's 12, so that's actually more. There's 3 and 4 is 7, so we'll go up this way. Eternal Sword. Actually, I believe it's Supreme Sword of Light is the top one. Oh, but that won't... Let's see, 10 or... We'll get this one then, Cutting Edge. Alright, well, we'll get it eventually. Alright, cool. There's a few things I want to look into, though, before we continue. About some of these weapons that I want to make. Alright. Oh, we don't want the Zombie Slayer. We want... Okay, so let's see. So... Well, I don't have Hendrik in the party right now, so I don't need to worry about that. Not armor. Wait, come on now. Weapons. Knives. Okay, so the darting dagger. I would need a deft dagger. So let me see if I can find out where I can get a deft dagger. No, not Dragon Quest IX. Oh, it's a mini medal reward. Okay. Alright, hold on. I have some more mini medals, right? There should totally be Eternal Sword of Light, though. Right? That sounds better than Supreme Sword of Light. Eternal? Mini medals of metal! Dun 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 dun. Oh, is that what it is? Okay. Eternal's just a cool word. No, that ain't gonna be it, but... Yo, spiked armor is cool, though. Yeah, you need 65 mini medals for the darting dagger. Alright. Hold on, though. Does anybody want this spiked armor? Spiked armor is usually really good. Not you. Actually, easiest way to have it check everybody is to just do this. Oh, only 11 can equip it. Hendrik might be able to, but... Well, the thing is, like, there's no way to really hunt medals. You just gotta, like, go to new areas, usually. But, I'll worry about that when I get the medals, you know, but... Let's see, what's the next one? Because those weapons are all really high-tier weapons. The fact that I was able to make the Astarang made Eric a force to be reckoned with already. Once he gets dual welding, though, he's gonna be unstoppable. He's gonna be definitely... It's gonna be, like the top-tier team is, like, 11. Sylvando, Eric, and Hendrik. That's the 4 you want at the end. Although sometimes it's, like, wise to have Serena there as well. But, yeah. Alright, so let's see. Weapons. Alright, so there was a wand, right? The Seraphic Scepter? No, that's not it. Was there not a special wand that I could make? Or I made it, or... Maybe it was Heavy Wand. The Shining Staff. Okay, so to get that, I would need the Bright Staff. Hello, don't do that. Alright, Bright Staff. Let me look that up. Oh, God. Why does it keep doing that? Oh, because I'm pressing the wrong button. Bright Staff. Let's see. Bright Staff. The Wheel of Harma. Okay. Alright, so we'll have to win that in the Wheel of Harma. Which I'll be heading up there at some point anyway. Oh, no. Alright, so... The Gringham Whip might be through the casino. Which is shitty. Let's see. Gringham Whip. That's how you got the Gringham Whip in Dragon Quest VIII. So let's see how you get it in this, because I don't remember. The casino, yeah. Alright. We'll have to grind out the casino at some point. And Dragon Lord Claws. We need Beastmaster Claws. So let's see. Alright, so for the Beastmaster Claws... Does it not say how to get it? Oh, Wheel of Harma. Okay. So that's via the Wheel of Harma as well. And I don't use axes. Alright. Sylvando, Eric, Veronica. That's a good team too. Veronica's really good with whips. Like, I don't know if you had her spec for whips or not. I think it's so much better than heavy wands though. Although some people prefer a purely magical Veronica, and heavy wands does give you a lot more magical might stat. But, why am I walking? So let's just head to Heliodor then. But her physical ability is really good, and it doesn't really hurt her magical that much. But that Twin Dragon's Lash, like, Sylvando can't get that. Been a while since we've been to Heliodor and it wasn't wrecked, right? So before I go try to do any like crazy side quests or anything, we're going to push the story forward at least until the point where we get the ultimate key. And then we'll start worrying about side quests and tackle quests. Been a long time since we've been able to just walk up here. I am going to look around, though. There might be mini-medals. His Majesty is waiting for you. To get to the throne room, head up these stairs and go straight ahead. Yeah, I'm going to look around, though. Smashy, smashy! I'm here for the Jasper's Dead party. Hooray! Actually, this still might all be cleared out from when I came here at the beginning of the game. I still want to be thorough and check everything. Actually, I don't think I can get through here, can I? Yeah. This area is off limits. Visitors aren't allowed to enter. Yeah. I'm still going to check everything just in case. It is my right as an RPG hero to break pottery. It's true. It's so funny how rarely the games call you out on that, too. King Carnelian behind the throne. Oh, we read that one. Alright. Yeah. Yeah, he's just so great. Okay. Yeah, I'm starting to think I'm not going to actually find anything, but... Verdrean Geographic. Yeah, we've seen that. Alright. Nothing! Yeah, alright, I'm just gonna head up. There's clearly nothing around. They won't let me in there anyway. Not as of yet, anyway. You did show me that. I thought it looked really cool.
Honored Luminary, it gives me great pleasure to welcome you in the manner you deserve at last. To think, I once thought ill of you. Saw you as a harbinger of calamity. Called you unconscionable things.
Darkspawn?
Truly, Jasper cast a most malign shadow.
Sure, blame him.
I owe you a great deal. You have revealed the traitor in our midst and returned my daughter to me. As a small token of my appreciation, I have arranged for some special visits.
I mean, he ain't shit, but yeah.
If you would.
Yes, sire.
I think it's his mom, isn't it? Yeah, and Gemma.
Oh, there you are at last. We've been dying to see you. I was so worried about you. I heard all these horrible stories. I thought you might be... Right after you left the village, this horrible man called Jasper came with all these soldiers. I'll never forget his eyes. They were so cold. He ordered us all to gather in the
That's
middle
true,
of the
yeah.
village and then
His childhood friend.
kill us all.
No beard needed, right?
But Sir Hendrik came to the rescue. He showed up just in the nick of time and told Jasper to let us live. They'd still locked us up in the castle, but at least we were safe. And then they came and told us you weren't a baddie after all and let us go.
You can marry a whole bunch of different... You could marry Rab, which is unusual.
So have you. I'm proud of you. And so is your granddad, I'm sure.
Now let us begin the festivities at last. A banquet worthy of our savior.
She's definitely a similar character to Bianca.
From this day forth,
She's not as,
none shall doubt the luminary.
Yo, come back now here.
Honored, celebrated, adored.
She's got that mild Welsh accent instead. Yeah, I guess. 11B and his companions are the guests of honor at a banquet the likes of which Heliodor has never seen. The singing, dancing, and merriment last long into the night. Then at last, the revelers retire to bed. All right. I was just minding my own business down in the town when some guards came up and asked me if I'd mind coming up to the castle and keeping the folks from Cobblestone company. Well, I had nothing better to do, so I came. It do be like that. And am I ever glad I did? I've never eaten so much great grub in all my life. Yeah, really. Wait, hold on. What you got there? Hold on, I want to take a closer look at it. Wait, what you got there? Looks like you got some fucking clams and shit. Looks good. Well, this is the life. I doubt I'll ever get the chance to eat this much tasty grub again. Better make the most of it, Oh, so good. What am I doing here? Well, all us guards were keeping an eye out on the folks from Cobblestone. Were invited along to the banquet, you see. Bury the hatchet and all that. I'm certainly not complaining. Hello there, 11B. Gem is here too somewhere. I'm sure she'll be over the moon to see you. You two aren't children anymore, you know. Take my advice. If you're hoping to be with her one day, you need to show her you care. Oh, here's Dunstan. I wouldn't have thought it when I was locked up in that dank dungeon living on bread and water, but King Carnelian knows how to put on a good spread. But if he thinks we're going to forgive him just because he gave us a good feed, he's got another thing coming. Those pies were awfully tasty, though. I'm torn. My heart says one thing, but my belly says another. You poor boy. Sir Hendrik told me all about what they put you through. But you didn't let it beat you. You kept on fighting until the king realized the truth and released us. I knew you wouldn't let us down. You are my little soldier through and through. I'm so proud of you I could burst. Well, that's the thing about cheese. You always want more, right? Can I go through here? Yeah. Hey, come here. Oh, are you this luminary fellow then? I imagine you'd be a tough-looking sort, but you're a real string bean. You look like you need a hearty dinner or two to put some meat on your bones. You can't go saving the world with your tummy rumbling, can you now? Ha 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 ha. Ma'am, you're embarrassing me. Goodness me, if it isn't the luminary. Don't you have better places to be than a hot, sweaty kitchen? If I were you, I'd head to the banquet hall and get ready for the meal of a lifetime. I've never seen the cook so fired up. Remind me, just stay out of the kitchen. Oh dear, I've lost my poor little kitty cat. Staff aren't supposed to have pets, of course, so I can't tell anyone or I'll get in trouble. Well, good luck with that. Smashy, smashy! Let's see, anything else? Well, I know there's the secret thing here. Really? You're really not gonna open? Alright, it's fine. It's not that important. I'm just looking around, taking my time. Open up! Ugh, what a drab room this is. Is this any way to treat honored guest? Do they not know who I am? Meanwhile, it seems a rabble for some forsaken backwater called Cobblestone are enjoying a banquet in the king's invitation. What in the world can they be thinking? Yo, let me get at that spaghetti, though. Yeah, right. She confessed to that real quick. When I was first served this appallingly modest meal, I thought it was some kind of joke. But it actually turned out to be rather tasty. I mean, spaghetti's good. What do you know? Smashy! I have a funny feeling I've seen that blue-haired chap somewhere before. The one standing outside the banqueting hall. But where could it have been? It's at times like this you wish old Noah was around. He'd take one look at him and tell you everything you wanted to know. More, in fact. I don't have a cat. Am I supposed to have and it's not missing? Dristan's Armorer. The mermaid princess led King Dristan deep beneath the waves to an underseas realm, where the citizens were engaged in a contest of strength, wrestling one another in order to be recognized as the strongest. If you can defeat my father, the princess told him, he will grant you my hand in marriage. And thus the two kings fought. But so perfectly were the warriors matched that though they wrestled for 7 days and 7 nights, neither could claim victory. So awestruck was the king of the ocean at the warrior king's might that he offered him not only his daughter's hand in marriage, but also one of the greatest treasures of his realm. From this treasure, a lustrous scarlet scale as strong as steel and as light as silk, the warrior king forged a beautiful suit of crimson armor. But he could not wed the princess, for he was a man of his word, and had not defeated her father. He turned his back on his beloved, and, to her dismay, left the undersea kingdom, never to return. So, if you might recognize Drustan as being one of the companions that was with Erdwin. Why, Jasper? Why? There's a Tockle just chilling here. Mighty armlet, nice. Because there were 4 of them. There was boxer shorts. We just found Hendrik's underwear. There was Erdwin, Serenica, Drustan, and Morkant. So Erdwin was the luminary, Serenica was the sage, Drustan was the warrior, and Morkant was the mage. And you're going to find out a lot about all of them. I understand that you're actually the Prince of Dundrasil, that you survived the terrible tragedy that befell the kingdom all those years ago. Well, if in the future you should choose to rebuild your kingdom, know that it would be an honor. It would be an honor to help you. I have no doubt that countless people would rally to your cause. Do I want to go this way? I don't want to talk to these people. I've been wanting to say this for a while, but you know what? With me being a guard and needing to be professional, all that, it never seemed like quite the right time. Look, the truth is, I think you're great, and once everything settles down, maybe we could be, together and stuff. So what do you say? Will you marry me? Wow, that escalated quickly. It's all a bit sudden, this. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He could have just asked you out on a date. What a dainty dance. Salvando's fucking cutting a rug. Why, good evening, 11B. Now forgive me, one if this is none of one's business, but one must say, your friend Gemma is a most splendid girl. Aren't you lucky to have such a precious creature awaiting your eventual return? One must say you are a shrewd young devil. A shrewd gay young devil. Yeah, right? I was so worried about you, 11B. I'm so glad you made it back safe and sound. I just hope that one day, once we're all gone home to Cobblestone and rebuilt everything, I hope we can, that you and me can... Oh, listen to me rabbiting on. Ignore me, 11B. I'm just being silly and selfish. I know you have far more important things to be worrying about than me. I'll stop whittering on. Cool, that blonde girl's a looker and no mistake. I'll try my luck with her, but I'll bet she has a boyfriend. Dude, shoot your shot, man. I'm not interested. Who is that man? He's magnificent. He's been dancing non-stop ever since the banquet began, and he shows no signs of flagging. And his moves just get more and more entrancing. Oh, it's spellbinding. Just who in the world could he be? I think this dude has a crush on Sylvando. So I hear young Gemma's waiting for a sweetheart to return from some epic journey or other. Well, it's obviously none of my business, but if I ever met that bloke, I'd give him a piece of my mind. What in the world could he be thinking? You don't have a girl like that on the shelf. So I hear that this extraordinary young man is one of your companions, 11B. I'll bet there's never a dull moment with him around. That's real. Those moves, that style, he's truly amazing. I just started playing and he improvised a whole routine. Incredible. He's truly world class. Imagine the two of us teaming up to travel the world together. It could be a beautiful thing. Yeah, right? There you are, 11B, darling. The people of Heliodor are such a scream. I can't remember the last time I had so much fun. Come on, why don't you show them your moves? It's a party. Don't be shy now. You really think I should? Hold on. Alright, here we go. Here we go. You and I are of the same mind. Alright, I showed my moves. That's quite enough of that. Ugh, I feel sick. Well, don't throw up in the fountain. There are all sorts of people staggering about the castle looking dazed and confused. I think they might be enjoying the party a little too much. Have been dazed, confused, so long, it's not true now. Hey now. I remember meeting young Jasper for the first time, Oh, it was way back before you were born. He seemed like a nice enough young lad. I wonder where it all went wrong. What foul force could have pulled him toward the dark path, I wonder. That's true. He might be wondering that. Like, oh my god, honey, that's amazing. Where did you get that? Nothing. I'm still coming to terms with it all. The king came up to me and told me to clear out Sir Jasper's room. He just said I'm not keeping a room for a dead man and then stormed off. After all Sir Jasper did to defend the kingdom, what kind of a thing to say is that? I couldn't have designed a better one myself. Oh, it's he just an aid. Alright, we can't do nothing with that. National Treasures number 106, The Shield of Heliodor. Our tale begins with the first king of Svarosdrust and his retinue resting at a Heliodorian inn after many days' hard travel. A great black dragon heard the news and, deciding this would be the perfect opportunity to slay the king of Svarosdrust, launched a blazing assault on the city. As the citizens of Heliodor flew into a panic, a lone knight stood before them with his arms outstretched, doing all he could to protect them from the foul lizard's wrath. So greatly moved was the king of Svarosdrust by the knight's selfless bravery that he presented him with a fine shield the shape of a giant black dragon scale. To this day, that fabulous treasure can be found in Heliodor. The king may choose to present it to any knight he deems worthy of the honor and responsibility of the role it represents, first knight of the realm. What luck! We got the devil's in the details, but knows all the recipes already. Okay. Well, not much sense in going here, but I'll just talk to this guy. Let me guess. You want to go down to the dungeon for old time's sake? Joking aside, I'm afraid I can't let anyone down there right now. Sorry. I wanted to see Eric's hole again. It's great oh, it's Dirkra. It's great seeing you and me old mucker Eric again. And now you don't have to skulk about trying not to get spotted no more. Yep, now the king's gone and pardoned you, you don't have to worry about being slung back in the cells. You're free as birds, the both of you, and I couldn't be happier. Hey, you look pretty wiped out, 11B. Well, I guess you don't get a banquet thrown in your honor every day. If you want to crash, you should grab a guest room upstairs. I heard they were over on the west side of the castle. So, everybody's talking about how he should, like, marry Gemma, but Eric's inviting him to bed. I'm just saying. Wait, he said upstairs. Alright, hold up. Wait, I don't think I talked to these two. We've been talking about the first time we met you, 11B. We both thought the same thing, that we'd met you before, a long, long time ago. It's strange, isn't it? It's almost like you guys are reincarnations of Serenica and I'm Erdwin. I just wanted you to know, we may have fulfilled our duty and taken you to Yggdrasil, but that doesn't mean Serene and I are just going to go home now. We're not going to go anywhere until Mordegon's finally been taught a lesson. That's real. I can't really blame them, but some of the guards seem to be enjoying the banquet a little too much. They're making quite a racket. His Majesty is retired for the night, you see, and I'm worried about him being woken up by the noise. He needs his sleep, you know. Princess Jade really is extraordinarily beautiful. She may have lived in hiding for many years, but she has a regal bearing that cannot be disguised. I wonder what she plans to do now. I hope she decides to take her rightful place here in Heliodor. It would be an honor to serve her. Alright, I think we just... yeah... Dog! Will someone put a muzzle on that dog? That wretched dog has been barking incessantly. Doesn't it know that that's the king's chamber? Well, Sandy can sense evil, don't you know? What's all this yapping and the racket from downstairs? It'll be a miracle if the king manages to get any sleep. He'll be in a foul mood in the morning. That's your problem. What is it? I'm afraid His Majesty does not wish to be disturbed. I must ask you not to make any more noise. The king's chamber is just there, and Princess Jade's room is opposite. Everyone seems to be in high spirits today. I don't know, I don't want this to sound like criticism, but the king is hardly known for his hospitality. I was a bit surprised he threw this banquet, to be honest. He's... how can I put this? He's not the sentimental type. He doesn't even put flowers on the late queen's grave. But don't tell anyone I told you that, because he's not the king. This guy's assed out. Oh, I simply cannot eat anymore. You're probably right. That's probably exactly what's in there. I am so sorry. It wasn't my idea, I swear. I didn't want to burn cobblestone to the ground, I promise. They made me do it. What was the king thinking? Why did he do it? He never did anything to us. Well, that was Jasper's idea. I know we've had a big night, but I'm still not sure we should be having this conversation. If the king got wind of it, he'd have us slung in the dungeons. You have to learn to keep this stuff to yourself. Let's not forget our sense of propriety, eh? The throne is not for the likes of you! Yo, from this angle, doesn't this dude look like he's peeing on the throne? One is rather fiercely tempted to have a little sit on the throne. Hero of legend, long have I awaited thy coming. I would never dream of actually attempting such a thing, of course. Sir Hendrik would have me thrown in the cells, and the key thrown in the moat. Oh, well, yeah, I'm just saying from this angle right here, looks like you're peeing on the throne. Don't do that. That's weird. God, I'm really gonna have to do this boss battle, aren't I? I've been dreading this next part. Toggle! Oh, knock it off. I told you I'm ticklish. Cat. I mean, it is 10. No, I'm gonna do it. It's just... It's a hard battle. Where am I supposed to go again? Hold on. Oh, hell. Smashy, smashy. Smashington. Simply smashing. I thought he said the guest bedrooms were up here. Actually, I think I know which room it is, because I've already been there. It's one of these. Oh, here's Jade. So, how was the banquet? Did you have fun? I've been speaking to my father, but I won't lie to you. Something doesn't feel quite right. I mean, after all these years, I suppose that's not surprising, but still. Oh, I'm sorry. This really isn't anything you need to worry about, 11B. You should just turn in for the night. There's a bed in the room through there. Yeah, I thought so. Let me just check that there's nobody over there. Okay, cool. Yeah, go with your instincts. Jade is right. Alright, here we go. He's like, I don't believe in covers. Or pajamas. Just coming in here on some king business. Hands off!
What is this? Why can I not touch the sword? Surely it cannot be. Accursed luminary! Give it to me! Give me the sword of light! It belongs to me!
He's showing his true colors now.
What's going on in here?
Your dad's wilding out.
Princess, what is the meaning of this?
I don't have a choice to do this battle because I don't think there was a way to save.
I knew it. You're not my father. Look at you. You're a monster, not a man.
Yeah, blight are you? I had a feeling in my waters that something wasn't quite
In my
right with
waters.
you, Carnelian.
So this whole thing was a sham? The banquet, the speeches? Wow, that's cold. So who are you?
You ain't right for that.
He disappeared.
Oi, you! Stop skulking in the shadows! Come out and show your stupid face!
Stupid.
Something tells me he won't have gone far. Quick, let's search the castle.
Who have I served all these years? Not a man, but a monster. Speaking of which... We're gonna do that. Actually, no. Nah, you know what? I changed my mind. I do want Veronica because the Twin Dragon's Lash. I don't want Eric. Miserable little pile of secrets! But enough talk. How about you? There was all this noise coming from the guest rooms, and then Sandy jumped up and ran off towards the throne room. Normally, she wouldn't say boo to a goose. Just what's gotten into her. Goose. The dog knows.
giving us the runaround, you. We've got you cornered.
Now let the king go and show us your true form, fiend.
Ha 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 ha. That's fair.
Masked at last. I have been enjoying Carnelian's hospitality since the day Dundrasil fell. But the game ends here. I have wasted too much time already waiting for you to lead me to the Sword of Light. And since I was unable to steal it from you, it seems I must take it.
It's a very Akira Toriyama hairdo.
Very well. Come to Mordigan like good little lambs and die.
Mordigan, so it's you. I've waited years for this day to come.
Not only Jasper, but His Majesty too.
He is horny.
Your deception shall not go unpunished, devil.
You have been a serviceable puppet over the years, Hendrik. But it is time you joined your wretched kinfolk in hell.
You mean it was you? You who massacred my people?
It
Surprise!
was you, wasn't it?
Hendrix from Zarathustra.
The family's torn apart. You've stolen so much from so many, and now you're going to pay.
I stand with you, Luminary. My loved ones, my countrymen, they must be avenged.
I'm with you too. This is the guy who's had it in for you all this time, right? Let's show him who he's been messing with.
Well, Luminary, what are you waiting for? Come, give me your power, that I may rule over this world unopposed.
He does have a mohawk, you're not wrong. Mordigan draws near. Alright, this can be kind of rough, but we're gonna do it. We have Hendrik helping us, so that's a big help. Oof, that's rough. Alright. Oh, no! I meant to do that to Mordigan, but okay.
Ronnie, darling.
Accelerator!
Bap!
Here we go.
Having Hendrik as a 5th member makes this tolerable. Nah, I'm a higher level than the rest. There we go. I told you, she could do a lot of physical damage. $1,018. I've never seen that ability crit before. Nope. You're dead. Yo. I kicked his ass. He was so hard the first time I played this. I kicked his ass. Alright, Sylvando's level 39. Learned Oomful. Veronica's level 40. Eric's level 40. Rab's level 38. We're not going to bother with all that. Kicked his ass. I was well prepared. The first time I played this, I didn't know there was going to be a boss battle with Mordegon right there, or what it was going to entail. So, but this time I was like, you saw, I configured the party in a very specific way. You know, Veronica and 11 were doing all the damage.
I see.
He understands what happened now.
So be it. But do not think that you are the only one who has defied the flow of time.
How many turns was that?
Father.
It was like 3. I can't believe I got him so easily.
Father, are you all right?
Jade. Can it really be you? Have I been dreaming?
Yeah, I guess there aren't traditional turns in this, but yeah.
The attack on Dundrasil. After that, all is black.
I mean, I did get 2 very important critical hits, but it wouldn't have gone on that much longer.
Wait, that mark.
I'm glad I didn't choose Eric. Veronica's better right at this point in the game.
The luminary. But you were a mere babe in arms when I last saw you. There is clearly much we need to discuss, but you must forgive me. I'm still feeling rather faint.
Well, what's interesting is he's like, but you were a baby. But he recognized Jade even though she was a little girl the last time he saw her. So that really proves that it really is him, because he sees her and he's like, you're my daughter. Like, immediately, even though she's an adult now, he knows it's her immediately.
We'll meet here again tomorrow, all right?
Oof, those two are going to have a lot to catch up on, huh? A lot.
Word soon spreads through the castle that King Carnelian has been under the spell of an evil demon. While the king recovers, 11B and his companions get some much-needed rest. Then, that evening... This little dude. No. Hendrik helping was just for that battle, because that is supposed to be hard. Here today, Mordegon tomorrow, awarded for going back in time and thwarting the malevolent machinations of the scheming sorcerer Mordegon. Morning, 11B. I hope you slept well. Princess Jade wanted me to tell you that the king needs to speak to you. They'll be waiting for you in the throne room, apparently. I hope it's good news. We've had enough bad news to last us a lifetime. Whatever it is, you could walk in there with your head held high. I'm proud of you. We all are. Yeah, you only get him helping you for that battle because it's like, you know, a special... hell, I gotta talk to these people. It's all story stuff now, right? When someone throws a banquet in your honor, most people would never think to question their host's true intentions. But you're different. You sense that all was not as it seems, and that the king was in fact a monster. You shone light into the darkness and discovered the truth. Only the luminary could work such wonders. I have heard all about your exploits. It seems you defeated the demon who had taken control of the king. Marvelous. Simply marvelous. As soon as I heard that, it all made sense. The king was possessed by an evil force. Why else would he have treated someone as important as myself in so cavalier a fashion? Dude, you're still a dick. Oh, wait. No. Well, yeah, I'll save it, but... I want to end it soon, but not, like, immediately. Alright, we'll see you around, Brandon. No, I don't need to save it a second time. It's a real honor that someone as big and important as the Luminary would bother speaking to a lowly maid. Alright, if you could just lurk me, like I said, I'm not going to be going that much longer. The king's been waiting for you out in the throne room since first thing in the morning. You shouldn't be wasting your time on the likes of me. You know what it is we need to get one more party member. Hendrik hasn't officially joined yet. So much has happened since we saw you off way back when. I never would have imagined. But all's well that ends well, as they say. Now it's finally time for you to go and see the real king and be proclaimed the one and only Luminary. So you know where that dark tackle went off to, right? This is so exciting. You're off to make the real king. Well, remember to mind your P's and Q's, eh? Only kidding. I'm sure you'll be fine. Well, what can I say? My little soldier's done his old mum proud yet again. Now run along and see the king. Your granddad will be looking down on you from heaven with a big smile on his face, I'm sure. To Erdwin's lantern, yeah. Because that's what he was trying to get at originally, and Mordegon stopped him. In the other timeline. Mordegon put a stop to that real quick.
I know the truth now. Hard as it was to swallow. The things I did while under the monster's spell are almost too terrible to contemplate. If not for you, this kingdom, no, this entire world would have been turned to ashes.
I've seen it. It wasn't pretty. I mean, I stopped him, but still, it wasn't pretty.
A true hero stands among us. Erdrea is eternally in your debt. You are a worthy heir to the legendary Erdwin. Truly, you are the Luminary, our light, and our hope.
Rab actually seems startled by that.
We really did it, huh?
What's the matter, Veronica? I don't know. I just welled up all of a sudden. I'm just glad to be here with all of you, I suppose.
Favorite final boss in a JRPG?
But where else would you be, you silly thing? You're right. I'm being stupid. Sorry.
I gotta give it to, Rapthorn.
Thank you for everything.
It's definitely Rapthorn, Moogle. Well, I think it's because the king feels like not really he, but for most people it seems like he had been denying the Luminaries for so long that he has to let everybody know, like, yo, this dude's the real deal. I do like how King Carnelian towers over everyone. Here we go.
What's going on?
I sense something awful. Something truly, truly evil. But where is it coming from?
What was it Mordegon said just before he died? Something about not being the only one who defied the flow of time, right? But what did he mean?
Your Highness, please, you must come quickly. It's Erdwin's lantern.
What? The balcony! Upstairs! Quickly!
Okay, I'll talk to you, Gemma. You've seen the sky, haven't you, 11B? It doesn't look good. It doesn't look good at all. The king was in a real state. He raced off upstairs. I reckon you should join him. He's going to need your help. We all are. Don't worry, Sandy. Don't worry, girl. You'll be safe in here with me, I promise. Just when I thought your adventures were at an end, it seems you've got yet more to contend with. Well, first things first, you better find out what's going on in the sky. The way the king and his guards are acting, it seems something very wrong indeed. Oh dear me, the air is so heavy, it's painful to breathe. Blimey, I'll be saying the state of the sky. I'm not normally the nervous type, but it's got me pretty worried. I ain't gonna lie to you. Well, as long as me old mucker Eric and his pal the Luminary are on our side, we don't have nothing to worry about, right? This is simply terrifying. Please, you have to promise you won't leave one on one's own. Dirk, my darling. Yeah, tackle. No, we're going to the balcony. Please go ahead. It seems you are needed urgently. I have heard from Sir Hendrik that something has happened to Erdwin's lantern, but do not take my word for it. You should go and see for yourself. Ooh, something there. Gonna have to grab it. A Brazilian sovereign. So the fucked up thing is that Mordegon had prevented this from happening.
I have never seen its like.
Is that about CDL?
Erdwin's lantern. It's falling.
He remembers what happened because he came with me.
Another place and time. Mordegon destroyed me. But Mordegon is no more. Now, none stand in my way. Now is my time. Now I am whole again!
Oh, I remember you telling me about that kid. You were hoping that she was going to grow out of it, but it doesn't seem that's happening. Kalasmos is living large.
Erdwin's lantern has fallen. I fear this bodes ill for us all. I dare make this request of no other, Luminary. I must ask that you investigate.
It's potentially worse, but we're going to handle it.
Sands. They can be seen from the Emerald Coast. That must be your first port of call.
Sire, I would ask your leave to join this expedition. I cannot atone for all that I have done. But perhaps in joining you, I might repay my debt at least in part. Luminary, I will be your sword, your shield, your unswerving companion.
Hendrik joins the party, and it's for real this time. We get to have Hendrik and Veronica. So basically, like, the idea is that Kalasmos' body was sealed in the star, and his soul, it was the Tackle. I'll talk to the king real quick. And they finally joined. And there's a very good reason why Mordegon would want to stop him, because Mordegon actually knows what Kalasmos is capable of. They have a history, and you're going to find out a lot more about that in the coming weeks. So Edwin's lantern has fallen from the sky. What can this signify? People are beginning to panic. We must find out what is happening. This is a task I must entrust to you, 11B. The lantern hangs above the celestial sands. The Emerald Coast should provide you with a safe vantage point from which to view it more closely. Of course, we can't just go and kick Kalasmos' ass. There's a lot of preparation to do, a lot of story stuff to learn. We don't have the proper gear. We definitely don't have the levels for it. There's a lot of stuff to do, but we're going to save it and stop for now. Yeah. Well, let's be real. We don't need to take orders from him, right? But we were going to do it anyway. I'm going to do that shit anyway. Oh, shit. That is true. You were there for the very end. You got to see me beat him. But now you can get to see all the stuff that led up to that part, you know? Which is awesome. So let's do this. Okay. Alright, guys. So we are going to do a raid very briefly. Don't go anywhere just yet, guys. Let me go over the schedule with y'all real quick. Hi, Gibbsy Noodle. The Noodle, the Gibbsy Noodle. Okay, guys. So tomorrow afternoon, I am going to be playing Fatal Fury Wild Ambition on the PlayStation. Tuesday night, more of The Messenger for Steam. Wednesday afternoon, Ni no Kuni 2, Revenant Kingdom. We're going to be starting that. That's another Steam game. Thursday night, we're going to be playing Dragon View on the SNES. Friday afternoon, we will be playing Breath of Fire 2 for the SNES. And Saturday night, we'll be playing Suikoden for the PlayStation. Sunday night, a week from today, we'll be right back here with more Dragon Quest XI. Echoes of an Elusive Age Definitive Edition. He wants to show you his Kong. That's your favorite toy, huh? He's a good boy. Good Kong. Yeah, good shit. All right. That being said, let's head over here. We're going to do a raid. Let's see where we can head today. Okay, we can raid Sunnyface. She's playing Phasmophobia. So let's do that. Give you guys a raid call. Gonna do real simple Gibbsy Noodle oof 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 thing here because I can't come up with anything clever right now. Alright guys, there's a raid call. Go ahead, copy that, paste it as we head into Sunnyface's stream. She is playing Phasmophobia. I've never seen Phasmophobia look like that before. Maybe it's some kind of new update or something. She looks like she's in a prison or something. But anyway, we're going to be heading over there. I'll see you guys on Sunnyface's stream. I'll see you guys on Discord. I'll see you guys tomorrow afternoon for Fatal Fury Wild Ambition. Because I'm so wild. And I'll see you around in general. And away maybe it is the knockoff game and she's just using that as a category. Who knows? Away we go.